Who would have believed that a student's dogged determination to excel in her final year project will give birth to a company that is today listed on the Nigeria Stock Exchange? Who would have known that the professors and lecturers who contributed to the success of that project will become board members in the company formed by their own student? Who could have predicted that the company will live to celebrate its 26th anniversary and go on spreading in Africa? That, in a nutshell, is the story of the Omatek Group. Welcome to the world of Omatek. Some visionaries amongst us saw an apparent need to champion the use of application of ICT in our day-to-day lives. They were rightly convinced on the impact information technology will have on all human endeavors years to come, and they devoted their time and energy to that pursuit. One clear visionary, an Amazon of the computing industry who has truly transformed the way we use, apply and even acquire computers in Nigeria and indeed Africa is Mrs. Florence Omatunle Seriki, the founder and group managing director of Omatek Ventures PLC.
It is very, very critical for Africa to start to go into manufacturing in the ICT sector, because for so many years we have been consumers of finished products. This is the only chance we have to start to be able to produce our own computers. Most computer companies you see today started out by selling compact. Omatek is 26 years old today, and way back we were resellers for compact, for IBM and Apple, and for years we created a distribution channel. When will Africa stop to be consumers of finished products? And yet Africans are complaining of lack of jobs, of unemployment, of how we can, they were worried of how we empower our youth. The only way I see us being able to empower our youth and do this in Africa is to produce.
I was initially surprised and asked what is a lady doing in a very competitive and complex environment of IT marketing. But very quickly I got to know that she has what it takes to be in that business. She was trained as a chemical engineer, and therefore she could speak the language of engineering. And not only that, she was very passionate about her job and very persuasive.
I knew of her ability and capability. I knew of her dedication, doggedness, and determination. And apart from the fact that she's a very intelligent person who applies her intelligence in the most profitable manner.
Whilst training bank executives and oil company executives on how to use their computers, the executives also relied on her expertise to source for their personal computers in 1988.
She started by teaching people, bank executive directors, bank MDs. These are the people this girl was teaching for many years. She now started to represent compact, all these high-brand computers. She started to represent them.
She then proceeded to become a premium partner for the foremost foreign brands in the likes of Compaq, HP, IBM, and Apple. In 1993, after posting over $1 million in revenue from sales of these brands, Omatek commenced the assembly of Omatek brand of computers from semi-knocked down parts, SKD.
Well, we have not started manufacturing computer from base. We're still relying on NKD, the totally knocked down spare parts, and its absolute knockdown spare parts. It is not a semi-assembled or partially assembled. If you want to corroborate what I'm telling you, go and have a look at the factory. And that's exactly what is being done. But the beauty about it is that these spare parts that are being brought here have guarantee and have been conditioned to suit Nigeria's weather, Nigeria's market, Nigeria's boisterous handling of issues, and so forth and so on.
Owing to the successful launch of Omatek brand of computers and the increasing demand for the products, the company further diversified its base and commenced the production of computers and other components from completely knocked down parts, CKD, making Omatek the first factory in Africa to produce computer casings from CKD, the assembling of computers and notebooks from CKD. The company further graduated into buying component parts from seasoned first-class manufacturers that produce for other foreign brands.
What is intriguing, which Nigerian populace should know about Omatek, is that Omatek sources all the parts that she is using to manufacture this computer from the same factory. That Compact, HP, all these known Bear, Dell, where they source their part. None of them manufacture all these computers. They buy all the parts from the same place where Omatek buys our parts.
Credit must be given to the regime of the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, whose policy on SME encouraged Omatek and a host of other companies to seek joint venture arrangements in order to further boost their market share. The regime also supported indigenous manufacturers with enabling policies that encouraged the patronage of locally assembled computers within the federal parastatals.
Omatek possesses one of the best computer products globally today, and it is fully registered, it's fully licensed. So there's nothing that you can think that Omatek does not have over and above other computers that are fully built outside Nigeria and brought into the country. When you patronize local products, be it computers, vehicles, shoes, wares, anything that you produce locally and patronize it within the country, you are promoting yourself. You are creating jobs for your children. You are creating wealth for the nation. The future of manufacturing in this country is very bright. Simple things that manufacturers need in this country is continuous and substantial support from the government in terms of policy. So once there is a substantial and continuous support from the government in the area of policy, obviously Omatek will go a long way, just like the other ICT industries, telecommunication industries, automotive industries, building materials industries, shoes, bags, and what have you. All that these manufacturers require from the government is a continual and sustainable policy support. All of the computers that is produced anywhere in the world does not surpass anything that is being produced by Omatek in any way.
The Computer for All Nigerians initiative, CANI, also championed by the former president, ensured personal ownership of made-in-Nigeria computers by federal civil servants at a subsidized rate to be repaid over a period of time. The establishment of the factory also marked Omatek's metamorphosis into an original equipment manufacturer, OEM, with capacity to build volume required for the Nigerian as well as the African market, and also transfer technology to Nigerians, and thereon build the needed critical mass of IT professionals required to drive the industry.
Omatek has started, and the vision is there. The drivers of that vision are also in place in terms of the managing director, who is the main entrepreneur and members of the board who are also supporting her. And then also you also have a cadre of staff who are also very knowledgeable and skilled in IT.
We work with the foreign partners and also with the local engineers in the assembly and also in the specifications of the various products that Omatek produce, and also the best way to achieve maximum capital and also capacity utilization. In the area of educational needs, I think Omatek is in the forefront, particularly in the e-learning. I am chairman of Darwin College Lagos, and we embrace e-learning, and I know that many also of the international schools embrace e-learning, and also the quality of desktop computers and the laptops that are produced by Omatek compare very favorably with any of those that are imported. And one thing that stands out about Omatek is the after-sales service that they perform. This has really impressed many of their customers in that the engineers and technical advisors from Omatek are always readily available to attend to your needs.
Power solutions, when it came up, intrigued me. And so when I got into the management of the University of Lagos, I brought it up and said, look, the system power problems that we were having, particularly in the hostels, which were leading to some problems in terms of students being not at peace, having long periods without power, could be easily resolved using the solar-based power solution. And so I invited Omatek to come in and do a sample. Even though we could not, because of the cost, we cannot cover every room with light, we decided to really go through all the public areas in each hostel, in some of the hostels that we have covered now. And so all the reading rooms, the corridors, the buttery, and all the general areas are now covered using the solar power-based power solution. And I was happy that the Minister of Education, when she came, recommended that solution to all schools and all universities that have such hostels, and also had indicated that this will be used, that solution will be used in the new federal universities. I think that is gladdening to us. At least we have shown the whole world that yes, what Omatek is producing can be utilized effectively by everybody.
To underscore Omatek's commitment towards extending access of computers and allied products, Omatek designed and deployed initiatives geared towards extending acquisition of computers for all segments of society. The e-Express scheme, which comprises of the e-consumer, e-youth, e-tertiary and e-mobile, will provide products for consumer-oriented buyers. The youths in schools and their institutions, the tertiary level students and their tutors, and also the upwardly as well as horizontally mobile executives on the move respectively. The scheme will extend a credit line to the beneficiary who is required to pay over a maximum period of 3 years for any product of their choice. A bouquet of products ranging from the revolutionary 8-inch smartbook to the rugged Omatek Hummer are made available for acquisition through the scheme with express funding.
Tell people that if you can afford it, take a tablet, take a laptop of Omatek and take another laptop imported. In terms of hardware, in terms of speed, in terms of quality deliverance, compare the two. I have done it and I have no regret at all that I stick to Omatek computer?
We believe that our computers and our computer products can compete favorably with any. And in fact, these have been subjected to benchmark tests by the rating organizations. And Omatek computers have come out very well, and comparable in quality, durability to any of the others.
All I can say is that Omatek is a company of today and tomorrow. And there is no substitute for a company like Omatek in our economy. And that's what has placed most of the countries now being heard of on top of the ladder. Why are we talking about China? I have been there. I've been in Xiamen, Guangzhou. I've been in Taiwan. Technology has moved too far. And therefore, we must recognize that. Omatek, we must all accept, is a company of the future. And we must all support, whether we like it or not, we have no choice but to support, because if other countries are making progress as a result of their development of technology, and we are trailing behind, may God save us.
To further deepen the accessibility of the scheme, a state-centered scheme was designed to ensure citizens of all states in Nigeria have access to a computer. Through a bold vision and the determination to be a leader in the ICT industry within Africa and beyond, Omatek has consistently sought partnership with institutions and cooperatives alike across the country for the operation of resource centers where capacity can be developed and transferred, research and development into new products and services can be attained, and the creation of the critical mass of IT executives and technicians can be a reality for a burgeoning industry.
Omatek has been able to establish resource centers that can be able to provide support services, for all of its products. Remember that each brand of Omatek computer, that is procured in the country also goes with it warranties, where in the event of any defect, which I believe would not be up to 0.1% of all the products, that warranty will be able to cover it to support, the purchaser of that particular product.
Today, Omatek has in place a compact memorandum of understanding with several institutions of learning scattered across the country and in Ghana, with resource centers within their campuses offering diverse expertise and also serving as an after-sales service center for all Omatek brand of products.
Now, Omatek activities in Ghana can be looked at from two perspectives. One is producing the computers, the desktop, the laptop, and other products, innovative products that they're producing, and also serving as a capacity building entity. Omatek is providing employment also. And their products are not only competitive price-wise, but they're also competitive in terms of quality. I've used a number of Omatek products. My staff here have used them. My students have used them. So certainly the Omatek products can compete with any international brand you can think about. And I'm not surprised given the caliber of the team led by Engineer Seriki. I'm quite confident that Omatek can do well within the Ghanaian market. And I remember when they started a couple of years ago, there were no really serious competitors. But they are trailblazers, and I'm very confident that the future will be bright for Omatek in Ghana.
And having built a factory and also getting engaged in R&D, that is research and development, I believe that within some few years down the road, Omatek will be in a position to compete in the global marketplace. Don't forget that even right now, we are getting global because we are in Ghana already. And our products also get sold in other West African countries. So we are getting global. It's just a question of when do we start getting to Europe or to the Americas.
As part of its efforts to create brand visibility as well as equity, Omatek has embarked on the situation and operation of chains of showrooms referred to as one-stop shops. These outlets will retail Omatek brand of products either as a subset of the Omatek Group or as franchise owners on behalf of the brand. Currently, locations across the country have been identified and are undergoing renovations befitting the vision the company intends to create with the initiative. In recognition of the quality of product Omatek produces, Microsoft Corporation in 2005 awarded the Best System Builder Award to the company to cover East, West and Central Africa. Omatek also received the Kwame Nkrumah's Award for Excellence, IT Company of the Year 2008 amongst other notable awards. Having successfully created brand equity and also pioneering the manufacturing process from CKD parts, the company embarked on the first of a series of repositioning in 2007. Subsequently, Omatek embarked on a strategy designed to see it exit the joint venture initiative under the Small and Medium Enterprise Investment Scheme, ensured it raised required capital through private placement that saw it raising over 5 billion naira, ensured it gets listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange with 2.9 billion naira of the company's share currently being traded. A new and publicly quoted company emerged called Omatek Ventures PLC. Omatek Ventures PLC is currently a holding company comprising of Omatek Ventures Distribution Limited, Omatek Engineering Services, Omatek Computers Limited, and Omatek Computers Ghana Limited.
When it comes to Omatek Computers, I think we can proudly say that indeed Omatek Computers was the first well-established company designing and developing and manufacturing and assembling computers in the country. We know that it started in Nigeria, but the idea that came to mind at the time was that this is an area which could benefit the whole West Africa.
These subsidiaries are registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria and Ghana to further give impetus to the restructuring going on and also further create sub-units that will wholly own their activities and deliver on the mandates expected of them. The board is chaired by a distinguished gentleman of many achievements, Dr. Tim Farinre. Other members include Professor Ayo Gunye, all accomplished academicians, Otumba Oladuni, Chief Kola Bajomo, all accomplished businessmen and repositories of knowledge in business terrains with collective experiences spanning several decades. The company also unveiled some of its new products and also awarded some key institutions that have in no small measure contributed to the excellent growth of the Omatek brand. Omatek also strengthened its management team for better performance with the engagement of seasoned managers to man strategic portfolios in sales, accounting, and the overall administration of the company. The repositioning of the team will further boost the company's efforts towards situating key sectors under a holistic scheme for better service delivery.
If there's been support, the kind of support that Omatek has been looking for is available, then a lot of the things that we bring in, we shouldn't have to bring them in. If we have somebody that produces good quality computers here, the natural thing will be to patronize it, because in doing that, we create employment for Nigeria.
We have indeed come a long way. We have relied quite exclusively on your support as customers, and we'll continue to do so as we make bold to say, we are more determined to make your computing experience worth your while and hassle-free. You have taught us, nurtured our growth, and ensured we take clear leadership where our peers have faltered. As we begin to engage the world, we say to you, our numerous customers far too many to mention, our stock in trade for the future is to further present to you a business solution tailored to meet your needs. Be it in the academia, be it in the public sector, be it in manufacturing, telecommunications, or finance, we have created that niche and we are engaging the world because with you, we will remain daring and capable.